Shalom. My name is Dr. Moshe Schwarzberg, and I would like to present a summarizing book about the rights of the Jewish nation in Israel, namely West Palestine. An important part of the debate about these rights refers to the territories that were conquered in the Six-Day War, known by their biblical names Judah and Samaria, or as the West Bank, the Gaza-Strip and the Golan Heights. When the Six-Day War broke out, I was 13 years old. On June the 5th, 1967, the first day of the war, we sat in the underground shelters in Israel, expecting an air raid and an Arab invasion. The world was certain that Israel was about to be annihilated. My mother's family in France registered our names in the Jewish Community Book of Metz in case we arrived there as survivors. In Europe and North America, there were demonstrations in favor of Israel and against the Arab aggressors, the Egyptians, the Jordanians, the Syrians, the Palestinians, the Sudanese, the Kuwaiti, and the Lebanese. All their armies surrounded the small state of Israel and were about to invade it. However, we surprised the world, some say disappointed the world, because we won. Suddenly, we the Israelis, who had been pressed in a country the width of which was 15 to 22 kilometers, drove the Arab enemy army all the way to the Jordan River, a distance of 70 kilometers from Tel Aviv and 30 kilometers from Jerusalem. All of a sudden, the center of the biblical country, the cradle of Israeli culture, became accessible. The old city of Jerusalem, in which King Solomon had built the Holy Temple, the Western Wall where the Jordanians had forbidden Jews from praying, Hebron in the south of the West Bank, which had been the capital of King David before he came to Jerusalem, Jericho, the walls of which Joshua had demolished. As the years passed, the demonstrations in support of Israel were forgotten and became demonstrations against Israel. From a country that had been attacked, we became aggressors. Propaganda and ignorance have defeated historical truth. Ephraim Kishon, an Israeli satirical author who succeeded especially in German-speaking countries, responded with irony. We apologize for winning. Beyond the derision of the hypocrisy, ask yourselves whether you know the elementary facts of the Israeli-Arab conflict. Are you aware of the fact that the name Palestine was invented by the Romans for the Jews 500 years before the first Arab set foot in Jerusalem? Did you know that the Israelis are the original Palestinians? Do you know that Jordan rules 77% of the territory of Palestine? Are you aware of the fact that the League of Nations, the organization that preceded the United Nations, unanimously decided already in 1922 to found a Jewish state in Palestine? Do you know that never in all of human history did an independent Arab-Palestinian state exist? For those of you who would like to learn or refresh your knowledge of the facts before expressing a political opinion, I have prepared an abbreviation, a book of 40 pages which contains 2 maps and a historical timeline. Half of the bibliography is based on non-Israeli sources, mostly British and United Nations documents. You will be able to purchase it on e-book sites or order a printed version in English. You are invited to spend an hour of thorough reading to widen your horizons about the Israeli-Arab-Palestinian conflict.